Good morning, everyone. Summer is about to end, and with that, I would like to share with you a day wherein I will show how my typical working day looks like. I get up at around 5 to 5:30 in the morning. I do a 10 to 15 minute workout and then eat breakfast and then do my journal and then get dressed. Before going to work, I would allot 10 to 30 minutes of my time to stay in a park nearby. I really value my morning rituals or routine. I believe that how you start your day somehow affects how you manage your entire day. Hearing the song of the birds, watching them, and illegally feeding wild pigeons sometimes. I repeat, sometimes feels it feels so peaceful. Admiring all the committed dog owners walking their dogs, exchanging morning salutations such as "Ohayo gozaimasu" with the usual elders will always have a special place in my heart. The usual phases and the day-to-day habits give me a sense of realization that there is real beauty in the mundane, and we don't have to wait for the grand moments in life to happen, or to wait for our long-term dreams to come true to appreciate life in general, but rather appreciating the beauty of the present day, no matter how simple or plain it may be. Because living in the past nor the future would only make us anxious, neglecting the day that is waiting to be seized. Just like what my greatest teacher would say, look at the birds in the sky that do not read nor gather into the barns, and trust that the Father will provide. Just always remember that you'll go nowhere tomorrow that God hasn't already been, and God's got you. And with that in mind, I go to work with overflowing love, peace, stubborn peace, and appreciation, and a prayer that if ever I will feel offended, hurt, or when any negative things arise, may God's love be my first thought and reaction, of course, as humanly as possible. After my gratitude journal, I have to do a short, comfortable hike while appreciating the nature that surrounds my school, for it is located on top of the mountain, just to let you know. That was a weird transition, but the first thing I do when I arrive in school is to read a short passage from a book that has something to do with mental strength, and I'll put it on my school diary. Then I go on with the list of things that I have to do and accomplish. After the morning meeting and during our homeroom time, I would steal a few seconds to always take a good look at this wonderful view. Something about this view makes me feel very small in a good way. I sometimes have a drill with my Japanese teacher on our way to the classroom. I'll start with, "This is the day that the Lord has made," and she would reply, "We will be glad and rejoice in it." After my first class, it's time for my second breakfast. I need a lot of energy for my next class, trust me. One thing that you need to know about me is that I love eating snacks from time to time. I love food very much, let alone preparing them. Does that even make sense? Sorry. Stand up! Today's little teacher! Okay? Alright, let's start today's lesson. Review! Nihongo 4! Okay. 1, 2, 3, go! Nouns! Nouns! Nihongo wa? Tataiba, for example? Very good. What else? Flower. What else? Bob is it? Okay. Yeah. No. Your names. Next. Huh? Verb. Nihongo wa? For example? Run. Very good. What else? Go. What else? Jump. Fly. Good. Okay, next. It may sound a bit odd or adjectives, like a cliche, but teaching is something I won't get tired of doing. But I'll talk about my teaching journey some other time though. One time, I was asking my students to name a sea transportation and they said, a boat. And when I asked, how do you call a bigger one? One of them said, with pure conviction and confidence, a very boat. My partner teacher and I laughed so hard. I gave that student a very big hug and told her that she made my day. Not because of her mistake, but because of her courage and confidence that we as adults are lacking sometimes. You can learn a lot of life lessons from the kids. I don't know if you'll agree with that. And these small moments makes me fall in love with my profession again and again and again. These punch cards works like magic. Then there's lunchtime. Filming this part was fun because our math teacher was sharing the bento that her 21-year-old daughter made for her for the first time. He was the proudest father, and it was so vivid within his smiles. That puts a smile on my face too, of course. After lunch, I have to prepare for my classes the next day. And as the clock strikes 2:15, it's time to dismiss the class, and one of my favorite tasks needs to be done. And that is sanitizing the entire classroom. I have to say that I never share this with anyone, but sanitizing each desk has been an opportunity for me to pray for each of my students, their needs, and their current condition. I've been their homeroom teacher together with one Japanese teacher for almost 2 years now. It has been a wonderful journey. It was hard, very hard at first, but I am proud to say that I won their hearts with the help of my partner teacher and with enough love and patience. So that is why I like doing this thing, sanitizing their chairs and desks. after that, I stay in a mini garden just outside our school library to check, of course, all of the worksheets or to simply read a book sometimes. This time, I am checking their summer homework, and that is like funny to share. A slum book. I never thought that they would enjoy answering these worksheets. It was fun reading their work and to know their favorite songs, colors, mottos in life, their dreams, and a lot more. And of course, after that, I will take a good look at my school diary to check my accomplishments or if I was able to do the things that I have to do. And if not, I'll put it on the list for tomorrow. And of course, whenever I have the time, I go for a walk to the ground wherein you can see the entire city, the sea, and the neighboring mountains. And then, like, if there are no students, I'll close my eyes and, with a grateful heart, I'd appreciate the day that I was able to seize. And so, that's just it. I'm sending you an overflow of love and a stubborn peace in your day-to-day life. I'll see you on my next video. As I was creating this video, I realized that I was never happy, content, and at peace in my life. I'm not saying my life is perfect or I am free from all the stresses in life, but in retrospect, life or my life is beautiful simply because it is hard sometimes. Let us give thanks to the beauty of the day, the enlightened soul.